Hi, no, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to do a video with my new hair. I haven't been to the hairdressers for such a long time. The last time I went, I was having a conversation with her about all of the surgeries I'd had. I still had 2 feet and we were trying to save it. That's how long ago it is since I last went. Then the surgery happened. Then I thought I'd better go to the hairdressers. And then after that, I didn't want to because I really wasn't in the mood for talking about it. So enough time has gone past because I knew she'd want to talk to me about it at length. And she's been following my Facebook page. So I went down today. Now, the goal for the hair is I'm trying to go designer grey. Now, I've had colour on my hair for about 20 years and I've had it sort of like a blondie brown colour, dark blonde colour, and we've got it grown out to about here so far. The grey underneath is not too bad, apart from a very irritating dark stripe right at the front here. But the blonde down here is quite noticeable. So we've put a toner down through it to make it sort of all blend in a bit more. Because I have always coloured the hair to match the colour that my hair used to be before it started going grey. And then I was getting so sick of the regrowth and how much white was growing out. I decided, oh, well, I might as well just embrace it. I've got my mum's thick locks and I thought I might as well just go with it. So I'm going to hopefully eventually grow it all out, so then I don't need to have all the colour in it all the time. Meanwhile, we have to keep putting this other stuff in it, and I have to wash it with purple hair shampoo and things like that, the violet shampoo to dull down the blonde stuff because it's been there so long. But anyway, maybe another 6 months, perhaps we've got it, when we'll have it all grown out. My hair varies between short and long, and it's rarely like this because I've got such thick curly hair. I don't often have the patience to do this with it. And yes, if I leave it for any length of time, it sort of goes a bit fluffy around the edges. So it's looking pretty cool at the moment. Don't know how long it will last like this. So I thought I would talk to you today whilst it looks like this. I know I should do it more. It looks pretty good like this. I know that. But, yes. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today was a couple of things that I noticed happening today. Now, I was talking to you yesterday about the psychologist that I went to speak to, and I know that I'm the sort of person that when something happens and I'm in a stress situation, I'm the sort of person that will always see the calamity side of things. So I'm the guy in that book I was showing you yesterday, and rarely am I the dog with the rational outlook on things, although I can do it sometimes. Now, I've been told this loads of times over my life. It's not new news to me. It's not new news. But because it's so fresh in my mind, I think that's why I noticed it and dealt with it appropriately. Well, I tried to today. I've been trying to track down my GP. He is in the middle of switching practices. So he has been on a stand down period between his 2 jobs. So I've not been able to get a hold of him for 2 or 3 weeks. Now, the GP practice that I'm at told me where he was going this week and told me that I was officially allowed to transfer with him. So I went round there to see whether I could register. I went down twice yesterday. Now I live maybe 20-minute drive away, 12k away from the doctor's surgery, and I drove in to go to them twice. Went in once and they said, oh, you'll have to come back later. Went in later, oh, we haven't got the forms yet, we'll email them to you later. Now, here's where my angry, impatient, angry with the world side of me comes out. Now, I haven't seen this in me for a while, and I know why it is. It's because of all this and what I was talking about before. That plus the fact that I'm a very black and white sort of person, and if you say you're going to send it to me later, then later means in a few hours from now. And if you don't, then where the hell is it? That's how I look at stuff. Now, I hadn't got better at it, and I've got better at understanding that the Southland way is later could mean next week, next month, next year, later. But because I'm back in the stress situation with the leg and all the stuff I'm dealing with there and the legal side of things, I've gotten back to that old way of thinking, which I need to fix. Anyway, she said she was going to send me a form later, and she didn't. So I thought, well, okay, I'll give her 24 hours. Maybe she's going to send it in the morning. She didn't. And I hadn't got it by the afternoon. She still didn't. And I can't make an appointment with the doctor until I get registered. And I can't get registered, she just sends me the form. Anyway, I gave them till maybe this afternoon, and then I called the doctors back again, and she got really arsey with me on the phone and told me that she said that she was waiting for them to produce this form because the doctor is new and she was waiting for this and she'll send it to me when she's got it. Do I not understand this? Yes, I understand this perfectly well. It's your language there's something wrong with here, because you said you'd send it to me later, and later was yesterday. That was yesterday later. If you said you're going to send it to me tomorrow, that would be today. If you're going to send it to me in a few days, that is before the end of the week. You need to be careful about your language, because it was your language that was wrong there. That's not what I said, but that's what I was bloody well thinking. And then I came off the phone because she still wouldn't tell me when she was going to send it. And I was like, because I need to talk to the doctor. I've got some concerns I need to talk to him about. I want him to go and chase some people and get some stuff done. And yeah, I'm not going to say too much more about that, but I need to talk to him pretty soon. And I was pretty angry that I couldn't do that because she was not sending me this form. And then I stopped and thought for a minute, and I thought, okay, so if I'm going to put myself into the Z situation in the book from yesterday, then she's going to, is something going to happen? Am I going to die? Am I going to lose a limb or have a cardiac arrest or something or else in the next 24 to 48 hours if she doesn't contact me back? Probably not. If I was in that position anyway, would I be waiting to call a doctor? Probably not. I'd be going down to the emergency department is where I'd be going if that was the situation. So really, in reflection, it's not the end of the world, and I shouldn't really be, there's no justification for shouting and ranting and raving and getting angry with her because she hasn't sent me the form later, tomorrow, to next week, whenever the hell she's going to send it to me. I just need to take a chill pill. So I stopped and I thought about that for a moment, and I went on with something else. I managed to successfully divert the rage from that little incident. Now I know it was nothing to do with the woman. It was nothing to do with the doctor's appointment. It was nothing to do with any of that. I know that it is just irrational rage that is connected to the fact that I know someone has been blamed for the fact I lost my leg, and I can't do anything about that. Speak to them, they don't have any comeuppance and all of that, and I know that's where this has all come from. But today I managed to divert the anger and not let it get the better of me, which is new. I'm not usually that good at that. So if you're ever in that position, I'm sure everybody is at some point, but my takeaway today is stop and think for a second. Is it life-threatening? Is it an imperative this needs to happen immediately? If it is, you need to take a different approach to the problem. If it's not, maybe you just need to drink a cup of tea or coffee if you're from New Zealand, and do something else for a few minutes and come back to it. Because if something is life-threatening, then you should be down in the emergency department. So that's my takeaway from today. Didn't go off the handle and managed to hang on to the situation and realize the problem I'd created and rectify it. Now, identifying a problem is the first step to fixing it. If you don't realize there's even a problem in the first place, then how can you fix it? Anyway, have a lovely evening, and I will talk to you all soon.